So, we made it. Is this the right way? I think it was always this way. The final countdown. I don't know if it actually goes like that. Okay, let me... I don't know if my phone was always set up, but it doesn't matter. I can change it in editing, I guess. I'm gonna have a terrible time. What the hell? I'm gonna have a terrible time editing, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to put this on my computer and then upload it. Like, I don't know. Do I email it to myself? I actually think I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I proceed. Anyway. Hello. Welcome. Welcome all. We are in the final stretch, the final episode of True Crime with Co. I should probably move my mic further away from my face. I feel like it's kind of obnoxious, isn't it? I think my mic, whatever. So, one more episode. Yay! I think I'm gonna start vlogging for fun, because I kind of need, like, an outlet, somewhere to talk, because I'm graduating, and it sucks, because, okay, not to, like, I'm gonna get into my episode, but not to, like, be all sad, but I'm losing everybody in my life right now, which kind of sucks. Feels really shitty. Because it's like I'm losing everyone all at once. And, like, with, like, drama, like, teenage girl stuff, like, it spreads. So then, like, one person doesn't like me, then multiple people don't like me, and then more important people. But, yeah. Maybe I'll start doing this for fun or something. It's nice to just, like, talk in front of a camera for a little bit. But anyway, today we are going to talk about Tud. Are we serious? First word into the actual podcast, and Ted Bundy. Okay? The mask of a monster. So you're listening to True Crime with Co. Woo! So, this is the true crime podcast that centers not just the headlines, but the human lives behind them. I am your host, Coda, as always, and today's story is one that sent chills down the spine of a whole nation. I learned about this guy earlier in the year from my law class. I hate law class. I just want everyone to know that. Never take law class. Never take law class. Don't do it. Don't do it. I got it as an early class. I have to get there, 8 a.m., learn about a freaking serial killer? Are we serious right now? Terrible. Absolutely freaking awful. God. I was so peeved when I realized, and my friend, guess what classes my friends have for early class? Guess. Ceramics and foods. Are we fucking serious? Are we serious? So you guys get to play with clay and cook meals and have a little breakfast in the morning. And I have to learn about, like, someone... I had to learn about a 3-year-old dying, 8:30 in the morning, no coffee, walked to school, left my house at 7:20 in the morning, got there, learned about a mother killing her 3-year-old daughter. I haven't even started my podcast yet. I'm just freaking yapping. Fuck law class. Don't take it. ever. God, it's not worth it. It's really not. So, we're gonna start right now. Who was Ted Bundy? Oh, wait, I actually didn't even finish my freaking intro. Okay. The charming, intelligent, clean-cut man next door. He was a law student. I was just complaining about law class. He was a law student. A law student, a boyfriend, a political volunteer, and a killer. Today we explore the dark legacy of Ted Bundy, not just his horrifying crimes, but the women whose lives were stolen and the impact on their families and communities. There is a lot of things I know about him. Like, he testified for himself in court. Like, that's crazy. That's just insane. That's like, I don't know what else to say. Cover up my shoulder. Don't want to get dress coded. Sorry. That's not funny. So, who was Ted Bundy? Theodore Robert Bundy. He was born November 24th, 1946, in Burlington, Vermont. Raised under confusing circumstances, he initially believed that his mother was his sister, and his early life was marked by secrecy and identity confusion. Wait, my nails are so long. Oh my goodness. Stop biting them, because it's kind of gross. And I'm trying really hard. But okay. Lock in. I literally have, like, I need a lock in because I don't have, like, much storage on my phone anymore. I have about 20 minutes left of storage, so I need to really get to it. I say as I'm sitting here yapping. Okay. He grew up to become a picture of all American success. He was a psychology major. He was involved in politics and even accepted into law school. He was charismatic and confident, exactly the kind of person that people would trust. And that is what made him so dangerous. So now we're going to talk about the crimes. Bundy began abducting and murdering young women in the early 1970s. His victims were usually college-aged white brunettes, with a part down the middle, like a middle part. Like, I have a middle part, kind of. Like, that's like a middle part. Wait. I don't know why I did that. I tried to, like, I had a middle part for the longest time, and now that, like, I've matured, I get, like, the whole, like, side part thing. Even though right now I'm freaking whatever. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I really, I need to lock in and start locking in. Okay, brunettes with a middle part. In fact, many believed my phone is at 5%. Okay, let me get in this last segment and then I can plug my phone in and come back. So they were brunette, had a middle part, and many people believe this was linked to his ex-girlfriend that broke his heart. So he would lure women by pretending to be injured. He wore a sling or was walking with crutches and asking people for help. Once they were near his car, he would overpower them and drive them to remote areas. He raped, murdered, and sometimes mutilated his victims, often returning their bodies after death. He operated under many states: Washington, Oregon, Utah, Colorado, and Florida, and was notoriously skilled in evading law enforcement. He even escaped custody, not once, but twice. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like actually. How do you... I guess it was back in time, but still. Impressive. By the time he was caught for good, he confessed to killing over 30 women. But the true number remains unknown. It's speculated there was more, but he confessed to about 30. Next up, we will be speaking about the victims. We'll be speaking about the victims after I go plug in my phone and be back. So, there's no time difference for you, but there's a time difference for me. And I'm gonna go delete things off my phone because I don't have any storage, as I've been saying every episode so far. God. I'm gonna go try to figure out how to upload this on my computer, actually. Okay. See you in a bit. So now we are talking about the victims of Ted Bundy. I got all the information that I was able to find online. Okay. Linda Ann Harley was 21 years old. She was a psychology major student at the University of Washington. She was known for her work as a ski and weather reporter on the local radio station. She was raised in a comfortable upper-class neighborhood and had 2 siblings, and she disappeared from her basement in January 1974. Her body was found in 1975 on Taylor Mountain, Washington. A lot of these people were found in Taylor Mountain, which is crazy to me. Like, how can you put so many bodies in one place and never get caught? Crazy. Donna Gail Manson was 19 years old. Evergreen State College, Olympia, Washington. She was last seen walking to a jazz concert. Bundy later confessed to being her murderer, and he claimed that he buried her skull in his girlfriend's fireplace. 1 second. There's no more information about her. Susan Rancourt was 18 years old. She was killed on April 17th, 1974. The location of her death was Central Washington State College, Ellensburg, Washington. She was abducted from campus, and her skull was later found on Taylor Mountain. She was a student at Central Washington State College. She was known for her dedication to her studies and her kindness to others. There's no information about her family and her disappearance. She just vanished while she was walking across campus in 1974. Roberta Parks was 20 years old. She was murdered April 17th, 1974 at Oregon State University, Corvallis, Oregon. She was abducted from campus, and her skull was found at Taylor Mountain at the same time that Susan Rancourt's body, yeah. Brenda Carol Ball was 22 years old. She died on June 1st, 1974 at Burien, Washington. She was last seen leaving a tavern, and her skull was also found at Taylor Mountain. There is no more information about her that is public. Georgine Hawkins was 18 years old. She died on June 11th, 1974 at University of Washington, Seattle. She disappeared while walking to her boyfriend's house. Ted Bundy confessed to her abduction and murder, but her body was never found. She was described as friendly and responsible. She was the daughter of Edith and Warren B. Hawkins, and she disappeared from the alley behind her sorority house in 1974. That is all that is public about her. Denise Nosland was 18 years old, disappeared on January 14th, 1974 from Lake Sammage State Park Issaquah, Washington. She disappeared from the park. Her body was found 2 months later on a hillside near Issaquah. There's no information about her family, and she was studying to become a computer programmer. Janice Och was 23 years old. She died on July 14th, 1974. The location was Lake Sassamich State Park, Issaquah, Washington. She was abducted from the park the same day as Denise, and her body was found near Issaquah. There is nothing. She was a probation officer and known for her dedication to her work. No information about her family. Nancy Wilcox was 16 years old. She died on October 2nd, 1974 at Holiday, Utah. She went missing after leaving home to buy a pack of gum. Ted Bundy confessed to being her murderer, but her body was never found, and there's no more information about her. Melissa Smith was 17 years old. She died on October 26, 1974 in Midvale, Utah. She was the daughter of Midvale Police Chief Lewis Smith. She was abducted after leaving a pizza parlor, and her body was found in the mountains nearby. And she was raised in Salt Lake City, but there is no more information. Laura Aim was 17 years old. She died on October 31st, 1974 in Provo, Utah. She disappeared after leaving a cafe. Her body was found frozen in a Provono can about a month after her death. Carol Durant was 18 years old. She died on November 8th in Murray, Utah. She survived an attempted abduction by Ted Bundy, who pretended to be a police officer, and she escaped and later testified against him in court, which is awesome. Deborah Kent was 17 years old. She was killed November 8th, 1974 in Bountiful, Utah. She disappeared from the parking lot of Viewmount High School, and Bundy confessed to being her murderer, and her body was never found. Karen Campbell was 23 years old. No more information about her. And Kimberly Leach was a 12-year-old girl who went to Lake City Junior High, and she was abducted from school in February of 1978. Now we're going to talk about the psychology. So, to understand his mind a little better, you have to understand he was a narcissist consumed by control and power. He didn't just kill, he revisited crime scenes, and he sometimes posed the victims' bodies. He kept trophies, and he returned to commit necrophilia. That's disgusting. Very disgusting. He was once reported as telling a journalist that he didn't feel guilty for anything, and he feels sorry for people who feel guilt. He is now known as a man without empathy and without remorse, and also labeled as a textbook psychopath. So the trial and execution, he was finally caught for good in 1974 after escaping jail twice in Florida. He brutally murdered 2 women in a sorority house and a 12-year-old girl, Kimberly Leach. His trial was a media circus, and his trial was like the first to be televised nationally, and like there were so many people watching it. Cross-examined witnesses, and he proposed to a woman at the stand, which is crazy. You're being prosecuted for 30 murders, and you're getting married? That's insane. Eventually he was sentenced to death, and on January 24th of 1989, he was executed by electric chair in Florida State Prison while people cheered "Burn, Bundy, burn." So, That's nice. All of the story, I guess. He wasn't a monster that hid behind shadows. He was in plain view. He was charming. He was all of these things, and he hid in plain sight. I feel like I could have done better on this last episode, but I don't know what else to add or really talk about. And now I just have to learn how to edit and put it on YouTube. So that's cool. I'm kind of excited to see my mark, I guess. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for coming. This was a fun little trip. Peace.